I hope you guys enjoy my Christmas tree because this is as jolly as the video is going to get.
Oh, this is what it feels like. Oh, this is what it feels like.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who do not know me, I feel kind of bad this is your first impression of me. Maybe go check out more of my other happy, peppy videos, because right now I am pretty mad. This video has nothing to do with Vlogmas. I say it's a story time, but I'm still pretty pissed because it happened earlier. So this is kind of more just me ranting and just screaming at you. But let's get on with the story, because I don't want it kind of long. I've tried to record this so many times and people are texting me. My camera thing, I can't even talk. Calm down. I'm going to find my happy place and we should begin. We shall begin. Okay. So, I have always been jealous of somebody who is besties with their hairdresser. Like, seriously, you do not know how much I envy people like you who have their hairdresser programmed in their phone, text them, give them holiday gifts, have a go-to person, and someone who, probably ends up giving you good deals because you constantly go there. Some type of loyalty to a hairdresser. I bet they let things slide with pricing. I don't have that. And I did like one girl a whole lot in Tampa. She was so good. She had such a great eye for any type of balayage, anything of the sort. But she's in Tampa. I'm in Dallas now. And, I first started off at a school. And that school, I need to make a story time video in itself about how terrible it was. Well, my experience was. The school wasn't terrible, but the experience. But let me just break it down for you that, there's a lot of mistakes that happen, and it took a long time. And at this point, eventually I was just thinking, you know what? I have a job. I'm 23 years old. I need a big girl salon. I am an adult. So, this one person recommended the salon, and I went to the website and they had a pricing list, and I always appreciate having a pricing list. And instead of it giving any sort of ranges, it would give a number and then say and up. It's a little bit harder because even if you were to call them up, most of the time that they say is that you need to come in and they need to look at your hair in order to give you a quote. However, since I already was I was wanting to do something I've already done before, I already knew the process, and I already knew the state of my hair, I realized it couldn't be that bad. Now, when I booked an appointment online, the only person who was available was pretty much the highest level colorist. And then it was just another person I was assigned to cut my hair. So, usually when I go to a salon, I have one person do the color, style, cut, all of that. Well, this salon breaks everything down. So, okay, I'll try something new. I did, I saw that he was like colorist level 3. And so I knew that was going to be a lot of money. And I knew I was going to be paying for good service though, for when I had a photo ready to bring in, and I knew I was going to get my hair to look exactly like that photo. So, you know what? We're going to get it right this time. And let me just begin with how my hair looked when I walked into the studio. Okay, I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so as you can see, I had kind of a two-tone going on. I had dark roots, which I wanted to keep, and then the rest of my hair was bleached, so it was already processed, which was needed for coloring. It's just it had gone kind of yellowy and brassy. And my hair needed a trim, but that's kind of it. Okay, so let me show you what then I wanted my hair to be. Okay, so as you can see, it's that same root color that I have, and what it did was it was processed hair down, and then they took a toner and not, the ashier toner, and they infused it with silver. Not for sure how this whole recipe of it is, that's their deal. But anyway, and they put it all in one toner and they put it in my hair. And I had just broken up with my boyfriend when I got this done. And I was so excited, and I got this hair. This was my single hair. Okay. And then something happened again for another story time. And in 3 days, I had to lose my single hair. Then I got a job, and I just felt like that was the end of my fun, youthful days of being able to wear funky nail polish, not funky hair. But no, my job is actually pretty okay with it. So I was thinking, yes, oh, I'm going to get my single hair again. When I had lost my single hair the first time, I cried that night, and then I cried that morning. I did not know I cared that much about my hair, but I kind of do. I really liked my single hair, and I loved the silver. It was funky, but it was still a neutral color that I felt like was still something you could bring into the workplace, even if I did have a more strict environment. This was something that I had just been dreaming about. And I figured I'm going to go to a salon and they're going to do it right. And that's going to be the end of it, And so at the school, they did it all in one session, processing my hair, which was pretty dark at the time, and infusing the silver, and it took over 3 hours. And one thing that the salon was telling me is that, that's kind of the difference between us. One of the differences between a school and a salon is schools take a long time, but the salons, we're not having to get things approved. People are not having to do a whole check-in, and they're not playing a guessing game. We got it. And so this is me transitioning into my experience when I first walk in and I meet the colorist. And I'm just feeling so confident because I show him the picture. He thinks it is so cute. He tells me what we need to do, and what he ends up doing is he mixes together 2 small pots of some type of bleach, something to add process to my hair. And all he does is add some streaks through here and mixes it up to add dimension. So I don't have a whole halo going. It's literally just streaks. And he doesn't touch my roots. Some things go up a little high, but he doesn't really touch my roots. He doesn't touch the ends of my hair. They're already done. So, he gets that going, and he's just really making me feel confident that it's super easy. We're going to make sure everything is done right so I can have my silver tone hair. I am so excited, and I'm just thinking, I'll pay for this. I'm going to be paying a lot more money than I did at a school, but I'm ready for this. So after that, he sets me to, tucks me away somewhere else in the salon because I have to wait for the bleach to take effect. And so the person who cuts my hair, this is a woman. She comes up to me and she introduces herself. She's this really pretty girl, and so far, so good. But then after she says her name, she immediately launches into the fact that I'm going to need to come back to the salon every 3 to 4 months. And I need to, really check out the products that they have and consider purchasing them and all of this stuff. And honestly, it seemed more like a sales pitch. It kind of seemed maybe a little bit like a lecture, like I wasn't taking care of my hair when I have very textured, thick hair. Okay. And so I just was really turned off by it because when you go to a hair salon, a lot of times they do have products that they sell and they're custom to the salon. And what they do is, they'll grab the salon and then they'll just kind of show off the bottle and they'll say what it is, what it does, and then they spritz the balm in their hands, rub it through, and then just add it to your hair. And everything about the process is very nonchalant. It doesn't feel like it's a sales pitch, and you get to really try it out. And they just let you know, usually the price range if they have it on hand. And they say, if you love this, it's available to purchase, just let me know. And then they move on. But this woman was literally getting on me about this. It was just not fun at all. So I didn't really like that, but I realized, it's probably her job, whatever. So we go, finally my colorist comes back and he has an assistant as well. And then it is time to, wash out the bleach and get my hair toned. So I'm super excited. I remember the process being a long time, but I don't remember it being this dang long. It was way longer. But then I figured he had talked so much about dimensions and seemed so thoughtful that I realized that I'm going to get those silvery tones, but I'm going to get so many levels of this metallic in my hair. It's just going to be so beautiful. I'm super excited for it. But, while I'm getting my hair washed, you're kind of in this plastic tub with your head hanging back, and you do not know how heavy your head is until you hang it back. So I have it hung back, and only half the time do they put any padding whatsoever with my neck and this big sink. So it hurts. It's uncomfortable. Anyone who likes this process, I don't know. The best thing about it was sometimes, she had to really scratch at the scalp just to give it a good wash. And most of the time it hurt, but there was this one spot in the back of my head, and it just felt so good. I felt like I was a puppy or something getting my tummy rubbed. That part was probably the whole highlight of my trip there. So, I'm trying to play it cool with the whole process, but, it's not terrible, but I'm in pain, and eventually my scalp goes numb. Okay, and I've had this happen before, but when anything part of my body goes numb, like I sleep on my hand weird, it feels like pins and needles and I can't feel right, it literally brings me anxiety. I don't know what it is. So I feel her combing my hair, and it's weird because it's like the comb is on my scalp, but yet it's not because it's numb. It's the weirdest sensation ever. And I'm just wondering, I wonder if this is actually hurting in real life, but there's no blood coming. God, I'm getting woozy just talking about it. Oh my gosh, I think my leg just fell asleep too. Oh, okay. So, they're going in and out and they're timing it. And honestly, at this point, I'm still positive. I'm optimistic about the end result, everything like that. So, but I'm looking at my phone, and I'm thinking, I can only scroll through Instagram so many times. I can only stalk so many people on Facebook. It is taking a long time. But finally, she pulls me out of the chair and it's time to get my hair cut and then blown dried, and then I'll be done. Yes. So I'm back with the girl and she's blow drying my hair. I can't really see it because a lot of it is kind of pulled up. My hair looks a little bit different from what I'm used to it looking, but I figured there's no way that my hair is going to look exactly like what the school did. You know what I mean? This is probably going to be better and done right. So, and a lot of the stuff that she's blow drying where I can actually see the color of my hair is in the back. So everything that she blow dries is, put behind me. I can't really see what's going on, but oh well. In the meantime, the assistant comes up and she's telling me about this purple shampoo, and and it's a small bottle, and I kind of wanted to know the price of it, and I wasn't for sure what I thought of it, and then she was just kind of pitching it toward me, saying how much I needed it, blah 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 blah. And then finally, I said, okay, I'm gonna, yeah, I'll have to think about that. And then she says, I'm gonna leave this up at the front for you. Well, okay, it just sounded, maybe it was just a helpful way where it was reserved for me in case I did want to buy it, but it was just there was so much assuming the sale going on that it was driving me crazy. And so now I'm back with the person cutting my hair, and I'm trying to make conversation with her. And every time I'm talking to her, she goes, sure, 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 sure. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know what first dates are like with her, but I can imagine. I don't want to sound mean. Nothing against her hairdressing skills, nothing against her appearance, and I wouldn't say anything else, but everything I said, her response was, sure, sure. It was weird, okay? And so it was kind of hard to fall in love with her. That sounds weird, but I'm trying to find my dream hairstylist here. It is hard to fall in love with her when before she was forcefully pitching the salon and its products down my throat, and then she seems absent from the conversation. But luckily, I felt like I was able to get quite a bit out of her. I felt by the end of it, I was feeling more positive and that something had meshed well. Well, now we're moving on to the fronts of my hair, the fronts, the front of my hair, and I'm seeing it, and this happened today. This is the color that came out. Now, I'm not saying this is an ugly color whatsoever, but this isn't silver. And so when I talk about the other story time of what happened at the school, this is the second time getting my hair processed, having to undergo payment and not get what I wanted. I asked for silver. I had a picture. The picture was silver. That was my single hair. It was silver. And it's just super awkward. So she's blow drying my hair, and it's been 3 hours. I have not cut my time at all by any margin. And I'm thinking, do I say anything? Because at this point in time, I'm tired. After 3 hours at a salon, I'm ready to go home. I'm over it. If after 3 hours you can't achieve what I asked for, which I know for a fact is possible, I know if my hair was black and I wanted my hair extremely bleached or with a really strong highlighter color, I know that it might take more than one trip to the salon. But it has been proven, my look, that it can be achieved in one visit. Okay? Within 3 hours, done at a school which takes twice as long, and on top of that, my hair was 50% done already. My roots were there. The rest of my hair was processed. Are you kidding me? And so I'm thinking, you know what, Leslie, a lot of times you let things slide. There's a way to bring this to the colorist's attention when he comes back. So he comes over, he's like, do you like your hair? And I said, yeah, it's really pretty. I do like it. There's no silver in it. And he goes, yeah, I tried to achieve that and I couldn't. What? I was so mad. Have I already said this? Because let me just say it again. I was so mad. I was furious because during this whole time when he's peeking at my hair through the process and helping tone it and say this, he doesn't mention that my hair's not going to be silver. It takes till my hair is blow dried and he comes over, and for me to address that it has no silver in it, that it is not silver. And then he goes on to tell me, in a couple weeks, your hair can calm down. Why don't you come back here and sign up for an appointment to get a gloss to it, and then we're going to add the silver in. So this means more money, and another amount of my time and gas to drive over here just to achieve something that could have been done in that one session. What? So I'm thinking, maybe, just maybe, this is how it is done right. This is how professionals do it. When I come back again, the silver is going to be added in, and it's going to be stronger, more vibrant, and the pigment is going to last longer than what it had before. Because maybe at the school, they rushed it too much and they weren't able to add in enough for my hair. My hair couldn't handle it in enough time. He was so friendly and he seemed so smart. I told myself that it'd be okay. So I'm like, okay. So I tell him I'll come back in a couple weeks. I'll have to decide. And so I'm getting my final touches of my haircut, getting it blown dry. And then I want to leave to pay because I've been there for 3 or so hours by now. It's like no, I get to be a total of 3.5 hours. And immediately, she doesn't let me go to the register. She said, I want to show you some more products that we have. And she goes on and on about these products, and I keep telling her, something about, curls, and I told her, I like my hair this way. The ends, like the under layer of my hair is curly, then the middle layer is wavy, and then the thin top layer is pretty much bored straight. I don't wear my hair curly, okay? And, that was annoying, and I kind of told her that. Then she was trying to tell me about a Brazilian blowout. And I told her that, I didn't go on and on about my lung health, but I told her, I said, I know that there's fumes that come with that. And it's just something that I'm absolutely not interested right now, and it's because of that. And then she goes on to talk more about the quality and why it's the best for my hair. You know what? I wish I could get it. You're just making me feel worse. But I don't know if I have the stamina. I gotta swallow. I don't know if I have the stamina to handle that. And so, again, more products, everything. Talking with my mom, getting a consultation, all this stuff. Finally, she leaves and I can go to pay for my hair appointment. So I go and they tell me it is going to be $300. Like, I don't even know what to say at the time. At first, let me break this down. So, she pretty much tells me that, and I tell her, she gives me at first some number that's up there to 300. And I say, is that with the $25 discount for being a new client? Oh, no, let me change that. Okay. Then she gives me that. And then I know you're supposed to tip hairdressers 20%. And that's how they, it contributes to how they make their living. And I can't deny that this coloring is still beautiful. So I'm going to tip 20%. So I have that generated. So finally it comes out to, this is the total of $287. So if I was to not be a new client, I would have that extra $25 put on, and that would be over $300. Because, you don't have to tip, but let's face it, you pretty much have to tip. If you plan on coming back there especially, you have to tip. I can't believe it. And I was telling them, though, about my budget and everything. And so not only was it going to be $300. Luckily, I had a little bit of a leeway with $287, but I was supposed to come back there and make another appointment. And I was not told this was going to be a complimentary toning. I didn't get anything, no benefit whatsoever. That was just for dramatic effect. Okay, this has gone on long enough. I think this was a video that was more of a therapy session for me. I didn't scream too much, which I think shows a lot about my character. So, but if you like this video, click the like button. I definitely have another salon experience. I wouldn't say it's as crazy wild, this story, but it needed to be said. I needed to tell it. And then, if you're going to leave a comment, I'd prefer it to be a compliment. I need the best compliment you can think of with my hair to make me feel better that I dropped $300 on this hair. You feel sorry enough for me, also hit the subscribe button. Okay, so this is just kind of a video I did not see myself filming, but in the meantime, I kind of have a more fun video. It's a haul video for Dolls Kill that I've never shopped there before until now, and I'm kind of liking it. So, okay, I gotta go. Bye. Just like, I want to say it's like 5 exchanges of back and forth, and then he just asked me to the movies because, let's face it, I knew it was coming, he knew it was coming, so bam, we made a date.